video game series. I feel like that's a genre that we're seeing come back so hard and so real and so wonderful. And I remember looking at the Super Mario of the 90s that everyone poo-poos, but that was a fun movie. It had nothing to do with even the video game, to be honest, but I learned the word corpulent because of that movie. I will hold that. Okay, that was not a bad movie. And then there was the Silent Hill that was fun and everything. And then you get your Sonic the Hedgehog, all this, da da da. But we're talking in terms of TV series, video games have not had their moment. And TV series is exactly how you would play a storyline of a video game, because just like a video game, it unfolds as you progress through it. Film, everything has to be smacked into 2 hours. TV series, it can be stretched out now. But now we are living in the world of The Last of Us. We're living in the world of Twisted Metal, and now we are living in the world of Fallout, and all three of those are very highly watchable series. Have you all seen any of them yet?
Okay, I don't know what metal is.
It's really funny that you bring up Last of Us, because this idea of like going from big screen to small screen to major screen to like gamified screen media is something that I like highly specialize in. I was like looking at writing a PhD on. So this is absolutely up my alley.
Little thesis material there, yeah.
Love thesis material of the idea of like what we're doing in regards to taking content and beginning to use it in all platforms. So thinking of like the same thing of like the release of Beetlejuice, where we're taking like a movie that was highly successful, we've turned it into a Broadway musical, we've gamified it, we're now expanding it out to another series. What we're doing with The Last of Us is something that was like super successful as a video game. Walking Dead took a ton of The Last of Us stuff from the video game and put it in their show. Trash. Just really Last of Us is a better thing. Both of those are rooted in comic books. You know what I mean? Going from this old style media where we're getting a lot of stuff that's coming from comic books or a lot of source material that's literary, moving into kind of your living room TV screen, but also transitioning into your own environment of being part of the viewership, being part of the watch cycle. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I got it. I mean,
Nerd.
the graphic novel is all you need to do in terms of The Walking Dead.
For me, it started with X-Men, so I'm sorry, I'm way back there. X-Men, Transformers, all G.I. Joe. I'm sorry, those are my book source material movies that I watch. Not necessarily.
Fair enough. But, Fair enough. Those are fine. That one thing. Oh, all right. Since you talked about the Last of Us, wonderfully done. Hold on with. I'm just gonna say Pedro Pascal. Really, any movie or any series, you can just say Pedro Pascal and then fill in the rest of it.
My father.
Yeah. There we go. Let's watch this trailer real quick.
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Why are you so important? Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
If she so much as twitches, don't.
Okay.
I'm taking you with me. You do what I say when I say it.
You got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. If you come this far, then you know it's out there.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
It might not be her father, but you were someone's.
You trust me?
Oh yes. Oh,
Right.
Really heartwarming until the end there.
season 1 was wonderfully done. I think it was episode 3 or 4 with Nick Offerman. I wept at the end of that episode. That's how good it was. Nick Offerman should have gotten the Emmy? Yes,
Emmy.
TV
Yeah,
Emmy.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
looking
should
for.
get. Did he get an Emmy for that one or no? I think he did actually.
He might have. I don't remember.
Let me see.
I
Anyway,
love him. I love Nick Offerman and everything he does. That man is fucking brilliant.
Okay,
Nick
so
Offerman. Yes,
unlike
he did. Yeah, Nick Offerman won an Emmy for that, which he fucking should have because that episode was just. But okay, so that is a successful video game story adaptation, and then I'm going to start talking about Twisted Metal because I never played The Last of Us. I haven't played Fallout yet. I did play Twisted Metal, and Twisted Metal was 20 years ago the shit. It was a fantastic PlayStation game. Sorry, producers, do we have a trailer for that? Because no one's heard about the show Twisted Metal, and it's a really good, fun series with Adam Mackey, who Adam Mackey has even said we need more comedies. Can we just have more comedies? But sorry, it's not Adam Mackey. Anthony Mackie.
Anthony
Mackie.
the criminals out
Anthony Mackie. Sorry, Anthony Mackie was even like, this is a comedy. It's a fun one.
Like me, delivering cargo from
Paramount.
one walled
Alright,
city
alright.
to another.
Okay.
That's where the cars and guns come in.
This is new.
We have Sam?
This is very new to us.
So if
Well, this
I'm
is new to
here,
me.
then the exit is... Oh, they have a Foot Locker. Oh, son of a...
Welcome to New San Francisco. I want to hire you. Pick up a package, bring it back. I can make your every wish come true. So, John, what do you wish for?
Toilet paper. 2-ply.
I think I can do better.
3-ply? All right, Evelyn, let's deliver this package. It's rude not to introduce yourself before pulling a gun on someone. Oh, this is rude. If you put the gun down, I'll drop you off as close as I can to where you're going.
You have no idea what's out east.
Even the people trying to bring the law back are dangerous.
This is our land. These are our roads.
And you're gonna have to go through Vegas. We both know who rules Vegas, John.
Hi, everybody.
I've never seen anyone cut off a human head and catch it as good as that.
We run the street and two. That's still keep free come through. All of them
Alright, I'll watch this shit with us. Alright.
Thank you.
Will Arnett, I fucking love Will Arnett.
He's one of the executive producers.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love anything that man does. Great.
This
Fuck
never
yeah.
happened to me before. Really? Man. Oh, man.
Oh my God, it's DMV.
What's down the red line?
No, please!
Cool. Screams.
Yeah,
What?
again,
Mackie,
it
like-
was a series of it was a comedy and it was just fun, but it's also had some serious moments to us where you got gripped in it. You have Anthony Mackie, Stephanie Beatriz, Nev Campbell, Thomas Hayden Church, which I love Thomas Hayden Church, love him since the 90s. And then also Will Arnett, who plays the voice of Sweet Tooth, that clown, not the body of him. That's played by Samoa Joe. But it's a fun, really well done, and like the video game it was basically a shoot 'em up game. It was like you're in a vehicle that has like machine guns and rockets, and then you just it's like an arena style, like you have to kill off these people and you're the last one survivor. Simple thing, but it was also really renowned for having good video cuts, like good video scenes for characters and storyline. And it didn't even get to half the characters in the video game. And it was unsung. No one's heard about it, but it's like come out. I'm like, and my friend told me about it. He's like, I watched it twice. It's just fun. It's just a fun series and well done, I think. Very well done. Recommend.
I enjoy it because you enjoy it so much,
You
Jared.
should. If I can promote this show because it needs more eyes on it, it was a fun show.
Okay, well,
definitely worth watching.
Okay, here's the thing. If a show or a production based on a video game is doing well, this is the reason why it's good for the video game, because there's a lot of people out there like myself who don't know a lot of these video games. I'm not a gamer. I don't play them. However,
that's totally fine.
I might be interested into playing them if I watch the series or the film adaptation of it and it's good. then I'll probably go download the game and be like, okay, let's get on it. Let's try it for a while. You know what I mean? And that is actually what's happening with these video game adaptation series, where people are just being like, oh, wow, this is good. Okay, let's just go see what the game is about.
Yeah, let's go back and let's go track it down. Let's go see what Ubisoft was about. Yeah, see what Bethesda had and all that. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, it's good for two entities, really. I mean, it's good for the people who are putting it on film, and it's really good for the video game developers themselves. It's like I stopped at Lara Croft. Okay, I stopped at Sonic. I stopped at Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, look, nothing's gonna be '90s Mortal Kombat. That was just everything the '90s could offer, and it did.
That was the extent of my video game turned film consumption adaptation.
Silent Hill has a soft spot in my heart.
I'm really excited for this new bit. I'm looking forward to it. I've been like, I was thinking that they should have done this with GTA a long time ago, but apparently
no. GTA's got a new GTA 5 coming out. It's got jiggle physics. It's coming out next year. It's a whole thing. It's so
GTA
cool.
6.
At some point, we will watch the new trailer for GTA. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm into it.
Next time.
I'm so excited.
But then we have a third series, Fallout, which I'm not gonna brag, y'all. I just watched the first 2 episodes before we shot this episode. Yeah, I did my homework for a change, and
I'm on episode 3.
Damn it! Fine. Yeah. But let me tell you, Fallout. Can we watch it?
Hello.
There we go.
I'm here to show you a wonderful place.
I love this actor so much.
A veritable Camelot of the nuclear age. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man. You can be a hero by purchasing a residence in a Vault-Tec vault today. Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need you to build a better day after.
The mission of the vaults should be important to everyone. To come up to the surface one day and restart civilization. Can you tell me what's happened in the last 200 years?
Holy shit. You're an actual vault dweller.
I am.
I thought all you dipshits were dead.
What you're doing is insane.
I don't
It isn't like the vault out there. It's big.
I just want to start.
I've had a rough week. Practically every person I've met up here has tried to kill me.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
You need to go home. You come from a world of rules, of laws. You should not be alone.
Why did you join the Brotherhood?
To hurt the people who hurt me?
People are going to come after you.
Ain't much stage cleanup here, Volty. Well, now that is a very small drop in a very, very large bucket of drugs. Look out at this wasteland. Looks like chaos, but there's always somebody behind the wheel. Everyone wants to save the world. They just agree on how. There you are, you little killer.
Can we just speak the praises of Walter Goggins, that main lead character that you saw there? Walter Goggins is just one of those that guy actors that if he's in it, he's giving it 100%, and you forget that he's a guy named Walton. Like he becomes whatever character.
He absolutely does. He's in so much stuff as an actor.
I mean, Righteous Gemstones has
Righteous
Baby
Gemstones
Billy,
is
come on,
amazing.
that's Baby Billy. Like,
he's
the best
so
character in the
amazing in
series.
that.
He's that guy that is the
also
best
in
character in every
Eastbound
series
and
he's in.
Down. He's in Eastbound and Down.
Yes.
Which is amazing. He's amazing in everything he does. It's crazy.
It's got Michael Emerson, which I forgot that he's still alive. He was in Lost. He was one of the main the guys who was later in the series. Like he came in there. Yeah, I mean, I've loved the first 2 episodes. I'm sorry, I'm not up to date as Andrea is with her 3 episodes, but it's good. But all of this boils down to Last of Us, Twisted Metal, Fallout. What do they all have in common? Post-apocalyptic storylines.
Yep.
That's what they all 3 of them are. And in terms of from drama to comedy, you can go Last of Us, Fallout, and then Twisted Metal. But it is all post-apocalyptic, which I'm going to say evidence is showing. One, video game stories, nice. But it's not just that. People are into good post-apocalyptic stories right now. Everything going on in this world, they need a little something like, what can we look forward to in the next maybe 5 to 10? What do we got coming down the pipe? What is it going to look like? How do I need to start working out now? Do I need to work on my machete skills? Or like, what hope do I? Maybe I can just learn to drive and shoot. Maybe that's another alternative here. It's like, but I feel like there's something about that vein, that post-apocalyptic vein, that is really hitting right about now. And then also with a good background of a well laid out video game storyline. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree with you. I mean, look at the Resident Evil. Look how much installment that series that we've had, and it all started with Raccoon City, and it all started with a video game, right? So I mean, post-apocalyptic works definitely when it comes to video games. And I think the reason why these 3 work is because they also have really great directors and people behind it. Like Jonathan Nolan, I mean, he is a crazy amazing writer. And I really feel like he should be a film director, but he does great TV, so fine, give him that. But the way he directs is like it's film, and it's just a really solid cast, really solid people behind the camera, and really solid storylines. Like the way they've adapted these in video games, it's like it's the game. They're true to the games. This is what I can tell, at least from Fallout.
True enough to the games. Yeah.
Let's disclaim that a little bit. They're true to the games, but the world that they've set them in, like the people the characters that they put around that have so much personality, and it is just so cute. And even the composition and the music, it just gives it this life that was just like, oh, this might actually be better than the video game. Do you in certain senses, just because you're watching it and you don't actually have to play and participate, you can just sit back and watch.
You don't have to play, you don't have to be good at it, you don't have to have the right console for it. I don't have the console for like 2 out of 3 of those anymore,
Right, but the thing is, you can watch the shows and say, okay, if I were playing the game, this is where I would switch from. This is where I'd pick up or upgrade my weapon. This is where I would have to use a life. This is where I jump to the next level. This is the the video storyline intro that you get. Like you can definitely see these things, but the way that it's incorporated is just so seamless that you don't. If you don't watch the video game, if you didn't know that this was a video game first, that all of that stuff wouldn't have occurred to you. But if you do watch the video, or if you do play the video game, you're happy because you're like, yeah, man, this is exactly how it would be if I was actually playing the game right now. So, Fallout.
Yeah, and you understand like in each one of these, you understand the value of collecting med packs, saving your ammo, like water and food is important, like post-apocalyptic things, but it's also video game things as well. Like those elements that I've been training for decades is those things of just like, of even in the show, they like, don't waste those because they're valuable resources and we don't know when we're going to find the next one. And so then they have to do that as they're being shot at of like, okay, they have to start evaluating what to do with that. It does have those good elements of it. And same thing with Fallout. She's just this, doe-eyed, like just got out of a vault like girl in this very harsh, indifferent, gritty world, and which is what you are in that video game. You are this character being dropped into this world. Best of luck to you, because you have no idea what's out there and what you're going to expect, and neither does she. And that's played very well by, I forgot her name, also Purnell, Ella Purnell. Yeah, Ella Purnell does a very good job of being very doe-eyed, and like, ooh, it's like everyone's all about the vault, and I'm like, oh, I'm very small in this very big, harsh world, and it's played very well.
The characters have personality. Anthony Mackie's character has definite personality, and Anthony Mackie plays that to the hilt, and we never really get to see him like that in any movie or show that he's done. So I really love the lighthearted version of him, like I said. But like, yes, Ella Purnell, she's absolutely great, because you look at her and you're like, how do you play this innocent, naive, gullible woman who has to figure out how to adapt to this harsh place after being coddled by her father so well, so believable, where you actually end up liking the girl and everything that she does not know,
And Bella Ramsey playing like she's the comedic break in The Last of Us, of she's lost everything. She's almost died, yet she's still, but she's young and she's the hope for the future, and she's still, that has jokes and everything, and so that's what makes her character so endearing, is that she is the sign of hope. One, because she may have the cure inside of her, we don't know, but it's also she's young and she's optimistic, even though she was born and raised in this shit ass like post-apocalyptic world, and that in itself is beautiful and rewarding.
Yes, the comedic relief that you would never expect. Or I mean, she I don't know much about her or that. That's next on the list for this. We're gonna watch it, The Last of Us. Okay, it's on the list. But yeah, I mean, you kind of need that when you're retelling a video game story. Like a video game is just so general and it's just so ambiguous in a sense where like it's a game, so it's an avatar, and when you're playing the game, the only personality that these characters have is yours. Right. So if you're going to take that and move that over into screen, then the characters need to have the personality that the players would think that they should have. Yeah. And that's really good about these 3 series, is that the characters do. Like, they're rich, they're full.
They're rich, they're full, they're good, they're living in a harsh world, but they're still maintaining themselves. And I feel like that's also, again, within the post-apocalyptic genre that people are kind of liking, is because we're like, well, we're almost there. What can I expect? Like, what shot do I have, in this? And then the fact that these characters could be any one of us, I mean, with some strength and conditioning and target practice, but, like, they could be us. They go, okay, there's still people living and let's say thriving, but living and being themselves in this world, and that's a beautiful, like, that's a new thing. It's a new storyline that I feel like is we're going to be seeing more of.